Today, I'll be speaking about teaching web development in the browser. There's a huge difference between learning something by yourself versus teaching a group. What do teachers need? Well, the first thing you need is a simple installation. Installing on everybody's computer is way too complex. Just install it on your favorite web server. Maybe your school admin can do that for you. And so what Forest Wiki provides a free Docker container. Once it's installed, all the work is done through the web. Much easier. The next thing a teacher needs is a website, maybe some class notes, assignments, messages to parents. And so what you need is a very simple website builder, and that's what the Forest Wiki is. Here we can take a look at, here we have a web page. We can scroll down, we can see the children's web page. We can click into an introductory video. We can add content. We can add a page, a video, a link, logo, banner, social media. So really very easy to put up a simple basic website. The next thing that teachers need is it needs to be conceptually simple. Remember, we're teaching, right? And Jean Piaget was really all about understanding concepts and teaching concepts to children. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, we already have a tree of web pages. And then the next thing is we use pyramids views on objects. So back to the demo. Here we have a page. We can take a look at the different views on the object. Here is a CK edit. This is a WYSIWYG editor. Here we have a ACE editor. It's a more technical syntax checking editor. If we go up a level, let's take a look at the ACE editor again. You can see that if you make a syntax error, it gives you an error message. So it makes it really easy to edit content. We have a history view. You can go back and look at previous versions and restore them. And then we have a bunch of other views. Remember, we have all these different things we can add. Those are various views, adding something to the root object. Those are various views on the root object. And then we also have to manage the children. So here's the view for managing the children. You can select them. You can click into a child. You can edit the child. You can view the child. So this makes it very easy for managing a tree of web pages, a tree of Python objects. So that's pyramids views on objects, and it needs to be powerful. So it's a tree of Python objects. Actually, there are all kinds of web development. It's also a tree of web development objects, generally a tree of Python objects. Simple to edit. We've seen the syntax checking HTML editor, the WYSIWYG HTML editor. There's also a CS editor with syntax checking, a JavaScript editor. It needs to be a complete toolkit, so there are images, files, children, sort of everything you need to put up complete websites. And of course, you need student accounts. It's a tree, and much like Plone, everybody can get their own branch of the tree. Here you can see my branch of the tree. You can click into click into the tree. So every student gets their own branch of the tree, and there's good security. They can only edit their own branches of the tree. You can't mess with somebody else. And then you also need some advanced options. And so Pug is really interesting. Here we have Pug for generating HTML. On the right, you can see the HTML. On the left, you can see the Pug. You can see it uses indentation, just like Python. It uses indentation to define the structure. And so that makes it much easier, particularly when you're doing these complex bootstrap menus like what I have at the top of the page. And then we also need real-time monitoring. I apologize, I did not. MQTT is a tree. It's a message bus structured on a tree, so it's very easy to connect it to the Forest Wiki. I didn't complete it in time for this conference. My apologies. And then, of course, there's a Python conference. There's a bunch more stuff in here, experimental stuff. We have CPython in the browser with a letter-perfect syntax checking editor. And then there's Turtle Graphics based on Sculpt. And of course, both of these have issues with the debuggers. So it's a Python conference. I want to present it, but the real strength is on teaching web development. So if you have any questions, please go to forestwiki.com, click on contact, and send me a message.